You have a 2014 on a 14 registration Van Hool TDX27 Astromega, 81 seat, PSVAR compliant, double deck executive coach. So, we are down in Ashford in Kent at R&J Coaches, as you can see, looking at what I can only describe as a block of flats turned on its side. This is a beast. A big beast. But a very clean beast. So, obviously bar for the name, it's finished in stock white. Alloy wheels are fitted. Bodywork is pretty much all nice and straight. Over the back axle and so on, further back, you've got this luggage space, which being a 14.2 metre version gives us a reasonably good amount. That there with the red strap round is the wheelchair ramp. It kind of folds into four, so it kind of unfolds out and fits in the step, but we'll get to that in due course. I just wanted to point it out. We've also got Victron inverter fitted just there. Under the bonnet, Euro 6 DAF engine. That's driven through a 12-speed ZF Astronic automated gearbox. Reverse cameras fitted. Back down the near side again. Bodywork's good. She's not long had a coat of paint, to be honest. Then you've got dual entrance exit doors. So your wheelchair ramp slots into those two lugs there. And then these two double seats here are on quick release tracking, as you can see. They come out, wheelchair goes in, happy days. So you're down to 77 seats with a wheelchair. We're going to get on the front door. We've got Hanover LED destination displays to front, side and rear. That's the only thing I can pick up on that's, you know, just not been a great bit of prep. But other than that, outside, she looks great. Anyway, let's jump on board. We'll come to that last. Twin staircases. Now, this being an ex-Stagecoach vehicle, what they do, they turn what is a luxury coach into the nearest thing they can get to a bus, for obvious reasons. So you've got sort of more of a bus staircase, although thankfully not London spec, so it doesn't take up too much room. Normally on an Astromega the staircase will be near side, just as you get on. So up we go. 59 seats up here. We'll start at the front. 59 seats with lap belts, leather headrest inserts. Now, this is the first vehicle I've been in with red beach ball maquette. I assume that was specially for Oxford Tubes. I've seen blue. We've all seen loads of blue beach ball. I've seen green on the hybrid stuff that still is in Manchester, actually. Never seen red before, but you know what? I think it's the best of the lot. Maybe that's because you don't see it quite often, I don't know. But the seats are in pretty good condition. That's probably the worst headrest I can see. You know, most of them are fine. There's odd ones just showing a little bit of wear and tear. You've got centre armrest fitted as well. At every seat there is a 240 volt socket with a USB connection port. We're also wired for CCTV, as you can see. Yeah, the seats are all in good order, I've got to be honest. Also, one thing you find about Decker coaches, they always feel cramped and claustrophobic, because obviously you've got 4 metres to play with to get 2 decks in. So, I mean, I'm, what, 5'4", and my head's nearly touching the roof. So, the addition of this panoramic glass roof is a brilliant idea, because it just lights the whole vehicle up. Makes it totally different than, you know, your standard closed-in Decker. We're also wired up for next stop information. So that makes this vehicle PSVAI already, or PSVIA, I don't know. Anyway, it's ready for the next stop stuff, as you can see. Downstairs, we'll go down the back steps as we always do. We have floor mounted toilet at the rear of the cabin. We've got these little luggage rests which are handy, although let's be honest, you could take that out, you make it 83 seats, couldn't you? One thing I can't get on with is this wonkiness, where if you've got a normal standard Astromega, the seats on both sides downstairs are on the same level, and then where the wheelchair section is, there's like a plinth. So basically you take the seats and the plinth out to reveal the wheelchair access. It just looks a bit weird. I wouldn't like to be sat down there, but maybe because of my height personally, you're obviously, when you're 5'4", most people look down on you. But yeah, it just, nah, that's the one big negative. Everything else is good, but just I can't get on with that. We've got wood effect laminate to the floor. We've got 2 tables down at the front, which is, you know, again, it's a standard double-deck coach feature. But you can see what I mean with about sort of being quite claustrophobic when you've just got the normal roof. I like the fact that this being sort of bussified, they've put this white clean material on the roof downstairs, because in fairness, I would say, because of the height or lack of, you've got to get a lot of greasy edge rubbing on that. So, business end. So what they do here, again, it's a standard Van Hool dash. What you find, it's the same as you find on any Altano Astromega because of the, again, height. But, again, dumbed down for bus use. So you don't have a key, you have buttons for the ignition and the start. Still got the toggle switch and all your normal switch, but it's button start on these. There is a lot of things that Stagecoach removed, but can be reconnected. And I've not checked on this, but for example, ferry lift was one of them. They removed the manual feature off the gears, which again, it'll only be a wire or something on a laptop to reinstate that. And they put this sort of bus driver seating, which when you get on and you can see all that, I don't know if these had cab doors, that looks very tatty to me. First thing I'd be doing if I bought this, new driver's seat. But again, that's just me. There's your height. So you can see, as I said, it's just over, I think it's about 14.2 metres long. Mileage, you got a sticker 1 on it. So it's 1.5 million kilometres. But, like I always say, it's just a number. Spanned right, won't be a problem. And I'm sure you can go back through the records. It might have had an engine. It might have had a gearbox. There are ways of finding these things out if necessary. So, do we like it? Yes. I particularly like the interior over the blue. Gotta say that. Ticks a lot of boxes. PSVAR compliant, Euro 6 compliant, good capacity because it's north of 80 seats, and far more usable than a double-deck bus. So to recap, it's a 2014 on a 14 registration, Van Hool TDX27 Astromega, 81 seat, PSVR compliant, double-deck executive coach.